Let me get the music. Whoa. Alright, chat. Alright. This is it. Look at that Pokedex. 486 scene. You're the only one who could help yourself. Yeah, but I don't want to go buy a new mouse for the scroll wheel. This is... I've explained this before. I know I have. I don't like replacing things until they have become broken beyond repair. So, that means if a certain aspect of it breaks, I'm okay with it. I mean, I complain about it, but I'm not going to go out and get a replacement until the whole thing just doesn't work anymore. That's why I still use a controller with a non-functional L button. Because the rest of the controller still works. So I don't want to go buy a new one. I should, but this is how I grew up. I told you, Chad, I've told the story about my old laptop, right? The laptop I had that I watched Spice and Wolf on. That one screen busted up. It got to a point where the battery was like, I don't know exactly what happened to it, but it basically couldn't stay on without being plugged in on a charger. So I could only have it plugged in to use it, which may have been a dangerous thing with the battery, all things considered, but I don't know. Anyway, at that point, I was doing that. And then the charger became finicky, so sometimes it would lose connection to the wall. And if it lost connection for even a second, no joke, at any point you lost battery connection to the charger, the computer would turn off. And the charger cable got finicky, and sometimes my computer would just turn off because, oops, it wasn't feeling it. And I lived with that for months. Months I lived with that. Do you know what finally made me get a new laptop? Was when the internet card stopped working. So I no longer had internet access. And that was the end of that. But at that point, it was like basically September. And my mom had gotten me a laptop for my birthday. So she just gave it to me early. And I had a new laptop. It was a Compaq laptop. It's like C-O-M-P-A-Q. And it was great because it wasn't the other laptop I had. It was a really shitty laptop to begin with. Super old, hand-me-down, like I don't need this anymore kind of laptop. But it was my own laptop. So I was fine with it, even though it was a horrendous piece of shit. It'd take forever to load, close down. You click something by accident and you'd be living forever. My best friend from the Wobble Dogs. And there's a click in this song and it's annoying. So that laptop lasted a pretty long time. And I'm pretty sure I got one more laptop after that. I think I did anyway, before I ended up getting my, before I got my PC. Because I was getting sick of laptops anyway, I wanted my own computer. Okay, there we go. See, I don't know if it was necessarily a great laptop, but it worked. It was new, it was faster than the old one, and I was happy with it. But as you know, these things get older, they do slow down and they become pretty useless. Alright, it's going all the way down. I know we needed Tiku. Yeah, Tiku and Sasega. Tiku and Sasega. So I have enough. Sega with a stutter. Alright. The one on the wall. We're gonna have to go back up Heat, the Stark Mountain at the end as well. Okay. It was a gaming laptop, and gaming laptops do not actually run video games very well. Although my friend had a Mac and he could not run DS emulators on it, but my computer could not run DS emulators. My laptop couldn't run DS emulators at an actual smooth frame rate. And the worst part was I actually tried to play Pokemon, like DS games on it, and I tried to play Pokemon Platinum, and the game would be super laggy in the overworld, but surprisingly it ran perfectly fine in battles. Alright. Technical Iku. It ran perfectly fine in battles, but the gameplay in the overworld was bad. It slowed everything down, even the music. Like, everything started chugging. But if I got into a battle, we were okay. But that became really hard to play because how much of the game is actually in the overworld. Alright. Defense Tenshi. So who's next? Who's 465 and 467? Need D Tenshi and T Luna. Just click deposit. It's Lily Black and Moko. Really? Okay. Well, I have Moko. Okay, Moko and well, I have Luna here, so I can get her. And grab Lily Black and Tenshi. Okay. Korok Forest from Legend of Zelda Breath of Wild. Alright. T Luna. Okay, there's T Luna. Take Moko. And return Luna. Oh, we're almost done. My computer is like 5 or so years old now. It still works, but it has its issues, as I'm sure you're aware. But like I said, if it doesn't flat out break down, I am not interested in replacing it. Buying this computer was when I learned that I still had a daily spending limit on my card. I actually did not know that. I did not want to take that stupid fucker back, but it's okay. This thing's level 63 now, man. I'm running out of money. Well, I gotta make a sale. I gotta make a sale. Yeah. Just get some money. I think I have more shards. I only need to buy a new computer if I need a computer. Otherwise, it's not really not a good idea. It's not that I couldn't afford it, but it's still a huge amount of money. So you gotta be careful. You don't want to drop that much money if you don't really need to. It's like the recycling guys from Danmaku Kagura, but not really. I'm not that excessive about it, but I do tend to only replace things when absolutely needed. I think the only exception to that, maybe, is earbuds. I cannot stand when one earbud breaks. I have to replace them. I can't do one earbud. I can't. I just can't do it. We got a power, right? Yeah, 2 powers. Power Moko. Oh, exploding Moko. I'm gonna run out of games you can run pretty quick here. What, on my computer? What you talking about? I don't play AAA games. I don't need a super huge graphics card. The graphics card I got was the 2nd highest one of the market at the time of building it, so it's a good one. It's just my Windows is a piece of shit. Alright, D Tenshi. On the rock, yep. Rock Tenshi. Is Yak 4 gonna actually work? Why wouldn't it? The other ones did. Elden Ring works. You know what the main issue is? It's not performance, it's storage space. I don't have storage space. Okay, and Lily White. Losing the gel bit or the sound going out in one earbud is awful. You gotta replace them. It's too frustrating to not. Alright. The scarf lily. Dude, how many times you can play this track? Huh? There we go. Alright, return to the box from whence you came. Yeah. Who's next? Marissa. I had a Marissa. I evolved her into Advent Marissa. That's Yuki. Can you really blame me for that mistake? I caught where's Ad Marissa? I caught Speed Marissa as well. I don't have a Shibi one anymore. That's Marissa. Headphones I bought were like 80 bucks and they've lasted me for years now. They're very good. I don't remember what they're called, but I know I saved the box just so I could buy them again when they go down. But it doesn't really help because I don't know what the box is, so how am I supposed to know? But I like them because, well, they're not uncomfortable. That's a big thing for sure. They're not uncomfortable. They hold sound pretty well. That's really it. What else could you want in headphones? Like, what else is there? When you're buying headphones, what do you look for? I look for A, sound quality and, you know, noise performance. And I don't even look for comfortability. That's just something I find out when I buy them and I'm like, ah, fuck. Although I've come to, with earbuds, I've come to be aware of when songs, like, focus the song in one ear. But headphones, you don't have to worry, like, over-the-ear headphones, you don't have to worry about that. Alright, Marissa. Give her a book. Yeah. Stop. Bolt tackle. Blast burn. Jesus. Alright, who's next? Miko. D Miko. A and D Miko and someone in between-o. Okay. I regret. Kokoro in between. Game Sync from Pokemon Black and White. What the fuck is my spinning idiot? How are you not in the later box? This music is making me slightly nostalgic, but also a little nauseous. There you are. And I'm looking for Miko. Distant Bay, Stardew Valley. Miko. Okay. Get one Kokoro, 2 Miko. Mom and Dad. An ongoing custody battle. Chat, you ever own one of those brand items when you were younger? Like your parents bought you one of the, like, oh shit, every kid has this piece of technology. You know, the ones that are really expensive, but product-wise, they're kind of a piece of shit. Thankfully, I've never owned an Apple product in my life. So that was pretty good. But, yeah. Never really cared about the status symbol attributed to expensive doohickeys. You don't buy it. You don't buy it for its effectiveness. You buy it because it makes you look like a rich prick. But if you got it as a gift, you got it as a gift. Lego is extremely expensive, though. But I had Mega Blocks. I mean, I had Lego, but I had Mega Blocks, which were Legos that some pieces didn't have the right sticky. They didn't stick. Yo, Swan Lesson from Art Academy DS. Whoa. Why does this keep happening? No, take the president. Alright. There wasn't really any big hype like that. For what? For what? You mean Mega Blocks? Or are you talking about something else? I had a Bionicle. I had one Bionicle. He was like weird though. He's like white and had spikes. He's cool. Tamagotchis and Pokemon cards. You ever have a Digimon detector? I had one of those. It was a pedometer, but Digimon, based on the 4th season with the spirit eggs or whatever. And I didn't care about that season at all, unfortunately. What Kokodo was it again? It was Attack Kokodo, right? It's A and D Miko. Okay. Well, let's do that right now then. 2 power shards. Oh, look at that. Stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes. And Miko. Even dyed her hair. Well, I guess I have Hyper Beam now. In defense for the other one. Digimon was unhyped. No, the detectives were pretty fun. You mostly just shake them though. But yeah, as far as a game went, they were pretty ass. They also had cards you collected. You could input the codes on them to put them into your detector. And a friend of mine printed a list of every code, and I just like manually input like every single one of them. And I had a bunch of cool Digimon that don't fucking listen to me. And then I would summon them by accident. I would either summon them and they wouldn't answer, like respond to me, and they just get killed. Or I would summon Numon, who would just do the same thing, but even worse, because he's a piece of shit. Literally a piece of shit. 477. 477. And teacher now. H. Yoshika. Okay. Where's Yoshika? I'm looking. H. Yoshika. Oh, not again. Where the hell are you, you zombie bastard? A classic case of not being real. I've seen this happen before. I think this is the last time I have to do it, though. There you are. Alright. Take her. Take her and produce another one. I never hated Digimon, but I was never a super fan of it. I never was on the whole, like, Digimon ripped off Pokemon or anything like that. But there were aspects of Digimon that I liked. I appreciated it a lot today. But like I said, I didn't not appreciate it back then. But I wasn't really super into it. There are a lot of Digimon that I knew. That's about it. It still thrives even to this day. But yeah, the Detectives kind of... Well, I mean, there were two versions. There were the original versions and the new versions. The new versions had quality of life improvements and even a mini game that sped up the walking. So you could play a mini game that took steps off of your count required instead of actually walking, which I get it, but it also defeats the purpose of a pedometer. Speaking of pedometers, chat, the Poke Walker. Oh man, that was fun. Anyone actually get something good off of that thing? I got a flying Pikachu. It's my last tech shard too. I got a flying Pikachu from the Yellow Forest, the free distribution the game released. In order to get certain Pokemon, you needed to walk a certain number of steps in the day and they'd appear. And for Pikachu with Fly, you needed like over 7,500 steps or something. I think I shook it like a madman rather than actually walking. But yeah, I got one with Fly and I was like, Puggies, and then I never really did anything with the Pokewalker again. Holy Jesus, it's a big number. Thank you for the raid, Christian. Too bad for you, I'm doing the most boring shit imaginable. Completing a Pokedex. Very good, very fun. I'm gonna hatch this egg and then have like 10 Pokemon left to get, and I'm done. Other side in Minecraft. Alright. Support. 8 Joshka. She looks normal. There's the color in her skin. It's nice. Alright. Now the fun part. We're going back. Well, good. That's nice. Appreciate it. You know how the raids go. Oh, man. Alright, chat. It's now time for Streamer to do this. What is this? It's this. It's called Give Me This Cat. All these little bastards have to be leveled up. But I need room in the party for Rin. Perfect. Also, I might need a singular Pokeball, which I actually don't know if I have. Please tell me I have one. I do. Okay, we're good. I'm starving, Squirtle. You know what I'd like to do today, more than anything, is go back to reading Grand Blue. And then I can get to chapter 95, where it ends. And there will be no more for the foreseeable future. And I will cry about it. Because I continue to go back to that series all the time. The heck? That's strange. That's very strange. What the hell? What the? Hold on. How did this happen? Alright, well now there's a thin white line at the bottom of the screen, and, sorry, but it's how it has to be. It's how it's gonna be. I need a... Toxic. I don't know why part of the screen was cutting off, but I actually have no idea how long it's been cutting off for. Let's get rid of this. Kanako's probably gonna take the longest. Okay, we'll start with Rin so I don't forget her. Yoshi Touch and Go music. I don't even remember what that game is. No, this is the problem, chat. When you have a series you really like, but it's not done, it's like, you're glad because there will be more new content for it, but also it sucks because when you get to the end, it's not actually the end, so you're just sitting there in a drought, and then you sit down and you try not to cry, and then you cry a lot because there's just the rate at which they release is quite small, and it's stinky. But the series is really good, and you really like it, so you're glad that it's still going, but you don't like that it takes, like, 50 years for new chapters because you want to read more now, but you also understand that new chapters can't just be produced quickly. At least I like to believe most people are understanding of that fact, but it still makes you, you know, whine a little bit because you want them. Yoshi Touch and Go was an early DS game. It was alright. It sounds like a DS game based on its name. I don't think it was that good. Most, if not all, early DS games were forced to utilize the touchscreen mechanic, and the touchscreen is not really a good, not really a good thing to use if you want to, what do you call it, like have more complex gameplay, I guess. Super Mario 64 DS, thankfully, did have touchscreen controls, but it still let you play with a D-pad. How are you not burned yet? I have... Huh? Well, okay, alright, never mind then. That game was 8-directional, and you had a D-pad on. And let me tell you, my thumb got real sore playing that one. Because I would refuse to move with touchscreen controls. No matter how many times Bowser said it was easier to throw him by sliding your stylus along the screen, I did not care. Didn't care. Oh, I'd rather use the D-pad and destroy my thumb. Yeah, they're all built for the touchscreen. Kirby and the Rainbow, or Kirby Canvas Curse, that's the one. So there's there's a number of series that, like, you watch them and you go to read more and you find out they're not done and you're kind of excited, but then you're not excited because you know there's no end yet. But like every time I go back and read Granblue, there is more content for me to read. I don't even remember what chapter I read it last at, but there's 95 chapters now, so I'm sure I'll get at least one new chapter when I get to that point. And like I said, then I will basically not do anything related to the series for a year and come back to it later when I feel up to it again. I don't know why it never got a second season. There's more than enough content for it, and it was pretty highly rated. Maybe it's because it got a live action, and the live action didn't do well, because everybody knows live actions don't really do well. I actually don't know. Did Granblue just not do well in Japan? Or did the author just not want a second season? Because the show definitely has enough content for it. It's definitely, like, at least in my opinion, it would be perfect. But there are some series that are like terribly rated schlock, but they're confirmed to have a second season halfway through their like on-air season, even though they're getting critically panned. I don't get it. You read a Yu-Gi-Oh creepypasta if I sent one. That depends if it's actually a creepypasta or if it's a waste of my time. That's a trick question. They're all a waste of my time. But it still needs to be entertaining. The Smelly Mushroom. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, though. There was a time I read the manga because the anime didn't go to the World God Only Knows is one that comes to mind. I like that one. I've actually read that entire manga twice now. But I was reading School Rumble, because School Rumble's second season left off. It left off, like, not at the end of the manga. So I wanted to read the manga to see everything else I didn't see. But then they made an OVA that was basically the last couple chapters condensed into a two-parter. And it was awful. It was genuinely awful. And School Rumble has become the main series that I refer to when I talk about, like, getting on a train where the end result is a crash. I really like School Rumble. There's a lot about School Rumble I like, with a lot of different characters and plot lines that go on throughout its course. But then the way it ends is garbage. It's so unbelievably garbage, and it makes me want to vom, which makes it kind of hard to rewatch it a lot of the time because, like I said, I'm not really a fan of getting on the train when I know it's going to crash. So watching 52 or so episodes of School Rumble and being like, yeah, look at all that wasted potential. That's what it is. You just look out the side of the mirror or the window of the train, and you just see everything that could have been as you slowly head to the crash, the wall at the end of the tunnel, and then congratulations, you die. It's not fun. But there's not a lot of series that immediately come to mind for me for that. And School Rumble is definitely the one I like the most. That is hugely effective for me from that ending. Especially because the first time I watched it, I was so into it. And then I watched the OVA and I just felt so fucking bitter. So let down. Alright, we have a creepypasta now. So now streamer will talk about something even scarier than anime. And that's Yu-Gi-Oh! This is called Yu-Gi-Oh! Type Ghosts. Alright, here we go. I've been playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game for a good long time, and every now and then I do some research on new cards and archetypes. A couple months ago I was looking on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia and found something disturbing. Apparently Kazuki Takahashi tried to make a new type to be released alongside the Psychics, Ghosts. This might have been the reasoning behind the joke in Zexal when Astral asked Yuma what kind of card a ghost is. Oh, I see. From what I read, it was widely released in Japan, and only one pack series was released in the UK that was exclusively ghost type attack cards. Tombstone Ritual, and they were only in stores for about a month. What happened? There wasn't much reasoning behind it on the wiki page, just the strange anomalies that happened around the places where a lot of ghost type cards were gathered. Mostly tournaments and schoolyard duelings areas, I'm guessing. No other details given. Alright. I did it. I created one. Egg hatched. Likes to thrash about. Play Ghost. Only super effective moves will hit. Isn't she great? She's here now. She's part of the team. When Rin evolves, she sheds and creates a zombie fairy. She's just set so much charisma that she recruits the locals to join the party. It's crazy. And now I click Ubzubby. Ubzub. After a little more research, I noticed that most of the ghost type cards were either spirit cards, yeah right, or turned into zombie type cards in later pack releases. One card that caught my eye on the list, on the latter list was Lil Blood. What do you mean Lil Blood? LL Blood. Lil Blood. Which was released in the Crossroads of Chaos. I myself owned one, and I was curious if the effect of the ghost type was the same. I didn't see the ghost type version on the wiki, however, since there are only a couple released in packs. It must have been an ulti. An ulti? An ulti? What does that mean? I eventually forgot about it, went to school and all. But it was summer break started, my interest was renewed. I searched eBay for a long while before finding something interesting. A bulk set of 119 cards, with the thumbnail being a ghost rare Lil Blood card. Chat, it's spelled B-L-U-D, just so you know. It's a blood. A kind released in the Tombstone Ritual packs. After reading the product description, I learned that the bulk set was in fact entire English set released in the UK plus a few duplicates. There were no bids. It was only for $2. With only an hour left to bid, I clicked bid and raised it up to $5 just to make sure those cards were mine. Oh, $5. Strangely enough, despite the fact there was an hour left on the auction, the screen changed to say thank you for purchasing this item. Please proceed to checkout. Now, I'm not a big eBay user, but I'm sure that when you bid, it doesn't automatically thank you for buying the item, just for bidding. And that you'd be notified the bidding was over if someone outbid you. Anyway, I shook off my strange feeling and continued pay for the cards. Almost immediately after the purchase, I got an email from the seller. This is what it said. Thank you so much for buying the cards from me. You have no idea how long I've been trying to get rid of them. I wouldn't be surprised if you sell them off again later on. Thanks again, though. Smiley face. Why don't you just get rid of them, then? Why do they all... Fucking... These motherfuckers always gotta, like, unload their cursed goods through like, money. Why? Dude, these cards are ruining my life, but, you know, I could probably get a profit off of them, so I'm gonna try and sell them instead of getting rid of them. He put them on eBay auction for $2. How much he really wants those $2, dude? He really wants those $2. He'll deal with the horrendous side effects of this thing in his presence, just for the chance he scores a $5. Wait, I have toxic. What am I doing? Did I just miss 4 times in a row? That's unbelievable. I'm upset. I'm kind of angry. I think I might get mad. Alright, what's next? At the time, I had no idea what he meant by that. But once I received the cards, I knew instantly. At first, everything was normal. Until it wasn't. Cardboard box, scent label, tape. However, it took me a second to realize the sender used red tape. Who uses red tape for a box? I wondered. I shook this feeling off, too, assuming... Hey, there's a little blood. Hey, it's a real card. Little blood is a real card, chat. He's a real card. Holy shit. He's got like a fucking prison jumper and a face coming out of it. He's a 6-star monster. He's a real card. Little blood is real. Insane. Okay. Oh, the link died, but yeah. He's a ghost monster in this pack, though. Only somebody with an extension can see that message. No little blood fans here. Alright, where was I? So without another thought, I opened the box and sifted through the cards. As promised, they were either ghost-type monster cards or the support spells and traps. And all I call numbers starting with TSRT, indicating they're from Tombstone Ritual pack set. Time went on, and then I made a deck and dueled a few people. I got a lot of complaints because my opponents thought the cards were fake, but since I mostly deal with my friends who don't mind at all, I didn't care. My best friend, who for the purpose of security was what we will call Samantha, was a perky blonde who was always trying to beat me, but never could as long as I was using my ghosts. What a great description of your friend. This is my best friend, Samantha. She's a perky blonde. Chat, have you ever used the word perky to describe a human being? Have you ever used the word perky to describe anything in your life? There is one thing I've heard the word perky used to describe, and it's the part attached to the lady, not the lady herself. But, well, you know. That's all. Anyway, back to the story. This one card she dreaded was the one I always seemed to be able to draw against her. Little Blood. You see, unlike the Zombie and Gemini version released in Crossroads of Chaos, the Ghost type was able to special summon itself from my hand if I controlled only one Ghost type and all cards on my opponent's side of the field were anything but. That's a stupid fucking effect. That's a 6-star 2500 monster. That's pretty good. Damn, no wonder they got rid of this guy. Little Blood was too strong. Samantha hated this, seeing how I was very conservative with my monsters and never summoned them unless I absolutely have to. She would always surrender at that moment, like she thought that if I attacked for game with Little Blood, something awful would happen. This went on for a while until Sam got so disheveled that when I played Little Blood, she didn't surrender, stating that she didn't care who was going to win. She'd finally conquer that son of a bitch anyway. Bro, it's a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card. Calm down. It concerned me that she referred to a card like it was a person, but I shook this notion off and 1-2 turns later and with a direct attack from Little Blood. This Little Blood dude. That night I got a call from Samantha's mother. Oh shit. Scroll up, you fucking... Ah! That night I got a call from Samantha's mother saying she had slipped in her nightly shower and broke her neck! What? It's been a year now and I still don't have a word for it. I didn't even want to go to her funeral and see her head tilted side at a funny angle. What are you writing? Why would you write it like that? Oh my god. That is so tactless. I decided right then and there I was going to stop playing the game altogether, since playing it would be more reminding me the last time I saw her alive, yelling at my cart, calling it a son of a bitch. What could she have meant by that? The morning after I told my best friend was dead, I woke up holding the little blood card, but something about it had changed. Instead of it being ghost rare, it was colored in and non-holographic, but the name was a shiny indented black like the rares from the Battle Pack Epic Dawn. The picture, instead of having a giant eye and mouth in the stomach of the monster, held a girl being sucked into the depths of its fat belly, DD Warrior Lady, whom everyone said Samantha looked like. The text had also changed too, to read, "She's mine now, not yours. If you want her, you know what to do. I'm here, watching and waiting and 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 watching and waiting." I was officially done, unable to even. I hate the way you write. You know that? I fucking hate the way you write. Never before have I seen a card like this. I knew it couldn't be a fake because everything it needed to be real was in place. I've never seen a fake card with the battle pack like name engraving. Oh, I almost forgot, the entire front of the card is faded in eerie red. I wish I still had it with me to show you, but what happens afterwards was just too much to me. What gave it away that it was weird, that its text changed? And it, like, what? The dreams I had after Sam died got worse and worse, going from just a small night terror to full-on sweat and paranoia-induced nightmares. The worst one had me chained down in a steel room facing the little blood as he dangled Sam's decaying body in front of me. Each time she would swing towards me, another chunk of me would be taken by her long and almost claw-like nails dug into me. Dude. I think I might have had Little Blood as a card. Or maybe I didn't have him, but I've seen him before. But I didn't pay attention to his stupid name. Great. I'm just gonna have to click buttons. Now bear in mind, Little Blood wasn't the only spook I had to deal with. Oh no, he was just the beginning. After a couple days of being haunted by Sam, I started seeing other ghosts here and there around my house, in my sleep, in my books, everywhere. By far the one that scared me the most was the one I called the King. His card name was actually Universitas Rex, which translates to King of the Universe. He could take the shape of any dead thing on the planet. But his favorite form was a young man about my age, nearly completely decayed, with a strange white and red mist trail behind him. Why would you look like that if you had the choice? Oh, we're not done. Buckle up. We're not done. It was the most persistent. Even when I didn't see it, I knew it was there behind me, watching. I can clearly remember not putting its card in the deck because it was too hard to look at. I guess that was my punishment, having to either look or smell it, always. Yo, your audio mixing is just not good. Alright. And we're back. Now, where was I? Something else dawned on me around the same time. I found one of the soul pictures of the pack art for the tombstone ritual. On it was the background of grave markers, and in the foreground was the King, which meant that the other ghosts were his soldiers. And if there were a king with soldiers, there was a war. Actually, decision would have been good to have. A war for what, you might ask? A war for my soul is my answer. Okay. But they wouldn't win me over. I started to put the deck in a red box and the other wrapped in red tape. While the dreams and visions continued, my life was almost normal again. However, one day after school, I found my box open and all the cards scattered across the floor. Wave after wave of pure negative energy flowed through me, pulsing with my blood. My head was splitting with pain. I was brought to my knees. You will bow before the king. Yes. There is war. This card's negative vibes. Universitas Rex. A voice rang inside my head. I forced myself to look up. And standing there was the king. His face had held an evil smirk, and he started to look more and more like me. Just see-through. The war has only just begun, but you think you're the only one we're after. How foolish. I realized in that moment that the ghosts weren't just after me. They wanted everything I had, all that I loved and cared for. I tried to stand, tried defending myself. The king just laughed and stepped through me, sending a shiver up my spine. I blacked out shortly after. Man's getting fucked up by a Yu-Gi-Oh card. In my dream, the ghost army was assembled before me. Bowing, I looked at him with pride, believing I conquered them finally. Even the infamous little blood kneeled to me. My joy was short-lived because a row of soul reflectors, a ghost-type support card, stood before me. Their mirrored sides showed me what I was. The skin came dripping off my face like water. I stood tall and proud in a black robe with a golden crown resting on my head. My empty eye sockets stared soullessly back at me. I was the king. I woke up in the hospital. Hooked up to an IV bag and a vital sensor. My parents were standing over me. They told me how 3 more of my friends died while I was out. 2 in a car accident and 1 in a break-in. Oh, shit. Needless to say, I was crushed. The ghosts had taken another group of friends and nobody else knew it but me. I'm sure you say, why not tell anybody about this? My answer, you're right. I'll just tell them my friends are dying because a box of haunted trading cards are sitting in my room. Let's see how fast they put me away in a nice little white room with a jacket that makes me hug myself. He's got a point. He's got a very good point here. But also, at the same time, he should probably get rid of these fucking cards if he's just killed like 4 people in his life. But, well, what can you do? When I got home, I decided to do some research for the first time. Hasn't it been a year since your friend Sam died? Why are you... I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry at the level of competence being displayed by our main character right now. I need to take a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Just let me breathe. Let me breathe. I'm going back in. As it turns out, everyone, I found a deeply hidden forum post on a site I have long since forgotten. When the ghost type cards were printed, 3 of Konami's workers fell into the press. Somebody fell in. 3 guys fell into the printing press. Chat, I don't know what a printing press really looks like, but is this possible for 3 guys, 3 fully grown men to fall into a printing press? Okay. Those 3 have not yet still been named, but it is rumored that one of them was a murderer, explaining the rest of the souls haunting the cards. Why was a murderer working at Konami? I mean, I guess it's Konami. They're really good at killing their IPs, so... Anyway. I tried to get a hold of the person who had posted this information, hoping to find out more. However, soon I found out that he or she had deleted his or her account about 2 years prior. As you probably assume, I was annoyed to no end. I was left with little information. Hold on. I'm just gonna go get the other ones while I heal up. Let's do a quick little... Hold on. Pausey break. Pausey break. Small Alice. Small Merlin. Small Lyrica. And I'm keeping Zombie. Oh, wait. Highly doubt the press having a space for a full-grown man to fit inside. Are you sure? Do you know? Because I don't. Alright, going back. Hold on. We will resume the story. It's not done yet. There's still more. I know you're desperate to know what happens to our hero. And Lil Blood. Love that guy. Was he the murderer? No, the king. The king is the murderer. Surely, right? No, he fell in the printing press. Somebody fell in. A 3rd employee has fallen into the printing press. You think after the first one they'd be, you know? How did all 3 of them fall at the same time? How does that work? Oh, shit. I don't want to get printing pressed. What about getting photocopied? It's like the same deal. I've never photocopied myself. I wouldn't know. I think this is it. It's the end of me. Alright. Here we go. Let's resume the story. As you can probably assume, I was annoyed to no end. I left with little information, an army of spirits haunting a set of cards, 4 friends dead, and the guilt of an apparently hefty medical bill on my parents. Oh, he's American. I figured there was only one thing left to do. I had to destroy the cards. My first attempt was to cut them into bits. They only made things worse as the ghosts began to multiply in my dreams tenfold. So I thought I should burn them. Also not good, because the morning after I found all of my cards neatly stacked next to my computer, with little blood and Universitas Rex on top. I contemplated sending them through a few wash cycles with some heavy-duty bleach. That seems like a pretty good idea. Why'd you do that? But decided against it, as if it worked, I'd be stuck cleaning the machine up for days. That's why you didn't do it? You didn't destroy your cursed Yu-Gi-Oh cards that killed 4 people because you were worried you'd have to clean your washing machine for a couple days? What is this protagonist? What is he doing? People are dying around him. His life has been thrown to shambles. He's been sent to the hospital for these fucking cards. And he doesn't want to clean his washing machine. What kind of reason is that? I keep trying to derive myself with a curse for 3 months. 3 months and you couldn't figure it out. But you had the bleach idea. Out of options, out of luck, and out of the will to go on, I tried one last desperate act to save myself. I made an eBay ad. I advertised the entire 119 card set of Tombstone Ritual with some duplicates. I set the thumbnail as the Ghost Rare Little Blood. I set the starting bid at $2. I prepared the cardboard box with red tape when I saw that someone else had bid for $5 with about an hour left to hope. I ended the auction immediately and sent the buyer an email. What? Thank you so much for buying the cards from me. You have no idea how long I've been trying to get rid of them. I won't be surprised if you try to sell them off later again. Thanks again, though. I sent the cards out to the buyer the same day. I was finally free. That night I had the best sleep in months. No nightmares. No king, no dead friends, just darkness, just how I like it. The above is a transcript of a video file found on the computer of the deceased James Jackson. He and his family died in a house fire a week after the video was created. Investigation reports had found no discernible cause for the fire, and it had written it off as an accident. What the report left out was that the only items in the house that were not reduced to ash were the computer this video was found on and a Yu-Gi-Oh playing card, Universitas Rex. Nice story, but it was awesome to see how they were cursed. The story was great. Thanks for making it. Pretty cool story about some cursed cards. I had low expectations when I saw it was a Yu-Gi-Oh pasta, but it was nice. TCG and Yu-Gi-Oh are not categories. Please fix this. I like the story. Thank you for telling me on YouTube that you typed it up. It really helps. Much more readable now. It's a little rough around the edges. Some parts didn't work well with others, but the elements all work pretty efficiently overall. Better now that I changed the color. Okay. Okay. Well, chat, that passes a good creepypasta in this community. So, what do you say? On a scale from cool to glorp, how would you rate that? Be honest. It's a lot of glorp. That good, huh? It's pretty good. Damn. Got an award-winning creepypasta here, don't we? Alright. Fly away. Little blood is just fun to say. No, it's spelled I-L-B-L-L-U-D. Ill blood. Little blood. He's a, I don't know, man. He's a card, though. So they were ghosty goos, and then they weren't ghosty goos, but they were ghosty goos. Blood is like slang for buddy in nowadays, isn't it? You call someone your bud. You call them your blood. Your man. Your mun. These are all real words. Well, I mean, real fake words. Hey, blood. It's like blood brother. Yeah. I figured it was something like that. But it's still, like, weird. You know, I just think it's a little kind of a weird word, because we already have so many words that describe familial lad, and we're just making up new ones. Where do these words even come from? They just fucking, I swear, this shit just magically pops up on TikTok with a new word and a skull emoji, and everybody just eats that shit up. What the hell? Post office Pelly. New leaf. Okay. Make up a word, put some skull emojis after it, and you have a hit new lingo. It's TikTok language. Well, I don't know, man. We're over here saying it. Glorp? Well, I mean, that... that's an emote. And an emote consists of words. But I see the emote, not the word. Is glorp, chat, is glorp an adjective, a noun, or a verb? This is an important question. Can you use it in a sentence? Sometimes I hate the creative minds of others. Unless I directly benefit from them, in which case you go. For no discernible reason, they all posted this green cat. Where did it come from? I don't know. There's a creepypasta in itself. Chat, imagine a creepypasta for Twitch. Just about a global emote that popped up. And it caused chat members to experience exploding diarrhea when they type it out. It's pretty scary. Back when it was just Justin TV, there was this weird emote that went around. And everyone who used it reported cases of extreme dying. That would be insane. I mean, who said it didn't happen? You know what I liked? I liked the creepypasta of Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Not because it was a creepypasta, but because it basically just recorded what happened in that weird game. Because everything about that game's existence is strange. Like, the dude who made it just completely, like, fucking disappeared, seemingly. He made a bunch of money off of that, for sure. Like, the existence of anything happening there. It's probably just a random stupid bootleg, mind you. It's not really that exciting, but it's still, like... It's like a piece of lost media, and we love lost media. Like, it doesn't matter how shitty it is. We want to see it. We want to preserve it on the internet. There's a creepypasta, the Twitch stream. Okay. Wait, this is a high rating. This has a pretty high rating, actually. Pretty lengthy. There's also a video. 20-minute video. Okay. Estimated rating time 13 minutes. Alright. Seems kind of cring. What gave it away? The fact that it starts with I am one of the biggest streamers on Twitch? I play games spanning all genres, and my streams constantly get over 20,000 viewers. I love what I do. I had taken many, many years to get where I am today, and not a day goes by that I wish I was doing something else. What the fuck? Yeah, this is just Germa. What the fuck? The way this is written is terrible. Are you the only one that can learn Toxic? Okay, you are. Alright, chat, you want me to read it? I'm gonna read it. I want you to feel embarrassed by it. Here we go. That is until the horrifying events of last Friday happened, which have shaken me to my very core and left me wondering if I will ever stream again. The stream started normally. I powered on my face cam, loaded up my Twitch interface, and went live. My viewer count immediately jumped up to 2,500. And within a few minutes, it was at 10,000. Although this has been the norm for at least 2 years, watching that viewer count rise so quickly still made my heart race inside my chest. It made me remember all the streams that I did back in the day when 5 viewers meant that streaming was popping off, and receiving even a tiny donation sent my head spinning through the clouds. I hate... Can we kill this guy? Can we kill this guy? I hate this guy. This is the worst streamer ever. I hate him. He pisses me off. Everything about him irritates me to no end. I greeted my chat, and then I made a big announcement. For today's stream, I was not only going to play the games of their choice, bad choice, but I was going to play them with randomly chosen subscribers. I wanted to do something special for my 6th stream anniversary. My 6th anniversary stream. This motherfucker has this motherfucker's averaging 20,000 views in 6 years. Damn, he must be really, really cool. Who is this guy? I've never heard of him before. And the positive response was immediate. The chat board started filling up with so many comments and emotes that flew across my computer monitor faster than my eye could register. The event began successfully. I played a few matches of Overwatch with a guy who happened to be around my age and who was hilarious. And then Dead by Daylight with a girl who had just finished high school. My stream quickly rose to 50,000 viewers and might have even reached 100,000 had things not turned out the way they did. This guy's cracked. Holy shit, everybody in his chat is so professional and he's got 50,000 of motherfuckers in there. What is this happening in his chat? How do I get a chat like that? What devil do I have to sell my soul to? As it stands, the stream took a frightening turn while I was playing with the 3rd subscriber of the day, a 7-year-old kid named Tanner. Alright, so let's immediately dissect this. First of all, his name is Tanner. That is the most unbelievable fucking name possible. Second, you are not allowed to have a Twitch account if you are under the age of 13. They don't play around with that rule either. If you say that you are under 13 on your Twitch account, you will actually just get fucking nuked. Like, unapologetically, your account will be destroyed. So don't fuck around with that. Seriously, don't do that. Like, that will happen. People have fucked around and have indeed found out. They will kill you. Like, you will die. So this kid is not allowed to be on Twitch. And the fact that the streamer knows he's 7 years old. Oh, man. That's a problem. Alright, we're going back to it. Here we go. Hello, D, he said after joining my Discord server. You also can't be underage on Discord either. They also nuke your account there. Opted to call me by my nickname instead of my streamer name. Hey, buddy, I said. I could immediately tell by the sound of Tanner's voice that he wasn't any older than 10. Oh, okay. For this reason, my initial thought was to discreetly find a way to dump him and then pick up a different subscriber to play with. It's not that I have anything against kids. I just felt uncomfortable streaming with somebody so young. I didn't want to do or say something that might upset him, and I also wasn't sure how the chat was going to respond. I don't know how Twitch would respond. I have a zero tolerance for bullying or negativity during my streams, and the last thing I want to do is exploit this kid for my own personal gain. When I turned my head to read the chat room, though, the comments were nothing but positive. He sounds so cute. Come on, D, play with him. I wonder what game he's going to choose. Look at these absolutely positive motherfuckers. Chat, you've never been this positive in your life in this chat. I cannot believe this guy's got 50,000 viewers and they're all like this. What did he do? He has multiple IOUs to many different devils to have this kind of chat. They're not real people. What do you mean? They're obviously real. They're in the story. I'm reading a story about them. They have to be real. These comments and several dozen similar ones flooded my monitor within seconds of Tanner's voice ringing in my headset. So I knew that I had to play with him. If I backed out, there would be an uproar. I wish now that I had listened to my gut feeling and dumped him rather than put myself in my chat through what happened later. Looking back through, joining my Discord server might have been the best thing for Tanner could have done that evening, for it increased his chance of making it through the night. Welcome to the stream. I continued. Do you know what game you want to play? Minecraft. He gave the answer that everybody in the chat had predicted, which spent them spiraling into awls and silly emotes. There was an innocence to Tanner's voice that made me like him immediately. Okay. I could tell that he was the quintessential kid. Fun-loving, excitable, and quick to laugh. Minecraft it is, then I said. Let's boot her up. Okay. We were silent while we launched the game. I knew that as a professional I should make small talk with him, but I just wasn't sure how to go about bantering with such a little kid. I don't have any younger siblings or cousins, and my wife and I haven't reached the point where we've decided to have kids of our own yet. This motherfucker's also married. He's got a wife. He's got a wife and a super successful Twitch stream. Oh, he's the greatest. Luckily, Tanner solved the problem for me. Should we play in my world or yours? He said. Let's play in yours. I think everybody else will let's see what you built. Alright. He sent me an invite. I accepted it and spawned into his world. Come and find me so I can give you a tour of my... His voice was interrupted by the sound of shattering glass, which boomed through his headset so loudly. I had to lower my volume. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hope this doesn't turn into a domestic disturbance. I had to lower my volume. Based on the explosiveness of the sound, I figured that the source was close to his computer. Is everything alright? I said. Something just broke in the living room, he said. Let me check. I heard the muffled sound of him taking up his headset and then heard him quickly pick it back up and place it on his head less than a minute later. D, he continued, voice in a frightening whisper. There's a strange man inside my house and he just went into my parents' room. Uh-oh. Burglar. 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 I'm getting worried. The stress in Tanner's voice convinced me that he wasn't lying. I could partly hear the tears forming in the back of his eyes, and would have tried to comfort him knowing if the phrases strange man and parents weren't ringing inside my mind so loudly that they were threatening to block out all reason. Felt like somebody had laced that Dr. Pepper bottle resting beside my mouse pad with acid. I was expecting a bad trip, and the stream had gone wrong with my own personal hell. It was the realization that I had still maneuvering my character Minecraft that finally snapped me back to reality. Here a child was in the middle of experiencing a life-threatening event on my stream, and then I was mining a tree for its logs through my headset. Wait, with my bare fist as subwoofer lullaby, pulsed gently through my headset. The shame I felt at my selfishness and forever caring so much about my view counts and the fickle comments in my chat still lines my throat to this day. I closed down Minecraft, yanked my hand away from the mouse, and then placed my focus solely on the microphone and the sound of Tanner's voice. Everything else that I normally cared about while streaming I buried under my desire to help this innocent kid, who probably fell asleep every night watching my YouTube videos on his iPad. Conceited motherfucker! Conceited motherfucker! Excuse me? It's all about you, isn't it? Yeah, this poor kid who definitely falls asleep to your YouTube. Oh, fuck you, man. You vain piece of shit. I hate you. Streamer would trade my life for views. Would I? I don't know. It depends how much, how many views we're talking. You know, 62 cents? It's a lot of money. Mr. Krabs did it. Why shouldn't I? Get it on that cash. Alright. 2 more. This music is stupid. I hate it. Hold on, I gotta go refresh MP before I continue my descent into Tanner's demise. The end of the creepypasta is just gonna be a prank. They're gonna say he got pranked. You're on live TV. Idiot. Oh. Alright. Doing my part to save his life was all that mattered. Tanner, I said, you need to call the police immediately or you buy a phone. Luckily, my voice came out steady. I was afraid it would come out like shaky, given the adrenaline pumping through my body like a drug. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see the comments in my chat room whizzing across my monitor like a broken slot machine. I did my best to ignore them. What are they saying? Are they saying, fuck the kid, play Minecraft? Surely not, right? Your chat was so good and lovely a second ago. Oh, whoops. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Alright. Oh, where am I? Where am I? My phone is in the living room, he said, voice just about above a whisper. I could tell that he's only a few moments away from crying. Don't worry, buddy. I will call the police for you. Is there any place you can hide? Where inside of your house are you? Are you in your room? Yes, I'm in my room. His tears had started falling full force, making his voice nasally. The distant scream of a woman erupted in my headset. The scream sounded painful and guttural, as if whoever was making it was having their vocal cords torn out one thread at a time. I don't like this. For one of the only times that night, the chat became completely still. That's impossible. Chat, that's impossible. You need to hide now, Tanner. Is your headset wireless? Yes, sir. Good. Take it with you and crawl under your bed. For the next few moments, all I could hear were sniffles and the ruffling sound of Tanner sliding under his bed. I'm here. Are you safe? Yes. Okay, good. Stay put. I'm going to call the police. First, I need you to tell me where you live. Luckily, he knew his exact address, and I wrote it down using pencil and paper I always keep in front of my monitor as soon as the words left his mouth. That's great thinking. Good job, buddy. You're doing great. You just doxed a kid live on stream to 50,000 people. But it's for a good cause. We're going to help this kid, all right? Hang on for a second while I call the police, all right? Don't take off your headset. Don't leave me all alone, D. His voice was laced with so much feeling as he said that this... Oh, shit. Then for a moment, I felt tempted to ignore the police and stay right there in the Discord server with him. This feeling quickly passed to another screen, this time from a male exploding through my headset, sent my hairs on the back of my arm shooting into the air. I'm not going anywhere, I promise. This will just take a moment. Stay where you are. I quietly looked at the number of the police station in the city, which was another state, so I couldn't just dial 911 on my computer and then pull up my phone and gave them a call. Police department, please state your emergency, said a woman's voice in my ear. I told her the situation in as few words as possible. She paused for a moment before speaking, presumably looking at whatever resource were in front of her. Our closest officer is 30 minutes away, she finally said. He'll be there as quickly as he can. 30 minutes? It was then I realized how truly secluded Tanner's house was from the rest of the city. From my initial scan of Google Maps, I had typed his address on a fresh tab while I explained the situation to the dispatcher. I could see how rural his neighborhood was. I doubted it had a local Walmart, much less a regular police presence. The closest house was probably 10 acres away, and the next one miles. Yes, said the dispatcher, you heard me correctly. Is Tanner still on the line, or chat with you? A rare slip-up, but understandable given the unlikelihood of the situation. I had heard of other streamers getting swatted before, but this made even that dangerous prank look like a child's play in comparison. Yes, he is. Good. Is he still safe? He should be. I told him to stay under the bed. Tell him that a police officer is on the way, and he needs to stay hidden until he arrives. Okay. Put my headset back and relayed Tanner her message. He responded with a tear-clogged okay, and then I lifted my phone back to my ear. I told him. Thank you. From here on out, I want you to stay in the chat with him. Put me on speakerphone so I can hear what you are saying, so that I can advise you should any new developments occur. Man, this is kind of a scary situation if it actually happened, huh? But we're being fuckers about it. We're being massive fuckers about it. But holy shit, could you imagine something like this happening to you? The moment the word speakerphone left her mouth, I cursed myself in my mind. Why hadn't I thought of that? Here I was surrounded by thousands of dollars worth of gaming equipment, and I was too stupid to think of utilizing technology that even my 80-year-old grandfather could use. I hit the speaker button, placed my phone in front of the keyboard, and then nuzzled my headset back over my ears. The sound of Tanner's shallow breathing greeted my flesh. That's a fucking great way to describe that. He sounded like a small and wounded animal caught in the middle of a railroad track as a freight train came hurtling towards his head. Hang tight, buddy. A police officer is coming as quickly as he can. You're doing great. Thank you, D. I always knew that we would be friends. Advertisements. Before I could respond to such a touching remark, a scream so guttural ripped through the headset that I needed to rear my back of my head. Are you okay? I said, trying to keep my stomach acid from rising to my chest. They're in the living room now, he said, voice almost soft. I think he's killing them. Several more screams burst through the chat. He's killing them! Keep your voice down, Tanner, or he will hear you. Uh-oh. My command was greeted by whispered sobs. I imagined Tanner's voice shrieking in my ears as he met the same fate as his parents and sped along the officer patrol car in my mind. Another volley of screams berated my headset, flooding my ears with twisted crescendo of guttural yells. These screams seemed to go on for an eternity, and then my headset went silent. Several agonizing minutes later, the dispatcher's voice sounded through the phone on my desk. Chat, this is not creepypasta music. I'm just realizing that now. This is not good music for this story. But we're keeping it. Alright. The dispatcher's voice sounded through my phone, telling me the officer just arrived in front of the house. The news came much earlier than the initial estimate of 30 minutes. It filled my body with joy. Keep hiding, Tanner. I said that police officer I told you about is just pulling on your driveway. He's there to help you. Okay, D. A few moments later, the sound of gunshots burst through the headset, followed by another round of screams. Terror gripped my lungs at the sound, coming in guns blazing like that. I'm just not sure. I sure hadn't been the officer's plan. Something must have happened. My guess was that it had been ambushed, and I desperately hoped that he had been the one to come out on top. What are you hearing now, Tanner? I said. He was silent for a few moments, and then said something so horrifying that it has haunted me to this day and will continue to do so until I am old and gray. The man just said dumb F-word cops. Their heads don't come off like they used to. Oh, man. I slumped back in my chair, blood draining from my face like water down a drain. I'm sure I would have been looked at my monitor, I would have saw a ghost staring back at me. My already sky-high stress levels went plummeting to the stratosphere and I couldn't tell up from down. Their heads don't come off like they used to. Dumb F-word cops. The sound of Tanner's hoarse and innocent voice projecting the words such as a sadistic man will echo for an eternity in the darkest chambers of my mind. So horrified was I that I thought it would happen to that poor police officer. Tears nearly filled my eyes. Now wasn't the time to let my emotions get the better of me, though. Given that there weren't any other cops in the immediate area, I knew I was the best positioned person to help Tanner escape the situation alive. How? As much as it frightened me to think about it in one piece. Just sit tight, Tanner, I said, voice almost as hoarse as his. I'm going to find a way to get you out of this. I promise. Might want to call another cop. Just tell the dispatcher that the cop just fucking died. And they'll probably send their whole goddamn station out to him. Come on now. Come on now. He's still streaming Minecraft. What's he doing? How's Twitch not banned the stream yet? Just sit tight, Tanner. I said, a voice almost as hoarse as his. I'm going to find a way to get you out of this, I promise. I trust you, said Tanner. He stopped crying long ago. I could tell he had fallen into survival mode, and I respected him all the more for it. Although he wasn't my kid, and I only known him for such a brief time, my newfound responsibility toward him made me feel as he'd been born into my arms. Hang on for 1 second. I need to talk to the woman on the phone again, okay? Okay. Took out my headset and leaned closer to the phone. Are you still there? I am. The officer you sent is dead. Are you sure? How do you know? Tanner heard him get beheaded. I know of no other way to say it. He can hear the man who killed him talking to himself about it in the living room. Jesus Christ. Hearing this brief comment from the dispatcher filled me with almost as much dread as the thought of hearing Tanner's last breath billowing through my headset, for it was the moment that I realized just how much of a dangerous turn the situation had taken. If a professional police dispatcher who dealt with emergencies daily was shocked enough to make such an out-of-character comment, something truly extraordinary was taking place. I have a SWAT team on the way. It will take them at least 35 minutes to get there, and this time when I say 35 minutes, I mean it. We were lucky that Officer Brunswick was able to arrive at the scene so quickly. The SWAT team was traveling from town, which is a lot slower going. I pictured Officer Brunswick's body laying in the middle of Tanner's living room, bloody and headless, and I thought that he was anything but lucky. What do we do then? He doesn't have much time. Shit. Well, chat. That's all of them. But before that, we gotta finish this creepypasta. We gotta finish the creepypasta before we, you know, we explore the last couple events. Where's the Pokedex asshole in this game? Well, let's go set up shop real quick. Let's finish the story first. Where was I? You need to tell Tanner to flee the house the moment he has the chance. His house is a densely wooded area. He can take refuge in the trees until the SWAT team arrives. Ask him if there are any windows in his room. Okay, good idea. I grabbed my headset from the place on the desk and threw it back over my ear. You still with me, Tanner? Yes, sir. The way he sometimes called me sir was so endearing that it only made me like him and fear for him even more. You need to run out of your house the moment you get the chance and hide in the woods until more policemen get there. I know it's scary, but you have to trust me. Are there any windows in your room? No. What do you mean, no? Tanner's answer made me place my head in my hands. What kind of room didn't have any windows? I don't think I understand. You said you were in the room, right? Yes, but my room is in the basement. Of course it was. At this point, I couldn't see any variations of the situation that ended with Tanner leaving the house alive. He might as well have been stranded on the moon for all good anybody could do for him down there. The thought that he might get pulled out from under his bed at any moment, screaming bloody murder before the sadist slashed him to pieces, burdened my every breath. Before I had a chance to consult the dispatcher about this new development, Tanner's whispering voice once again greeted my ears. He's looking for me, D. I can hear him walking around upstairs. He keeps saying he's going to find and kill whoever is hiding from him. How does he know you're hiding from him? My heart just about leapt through my chest. Once I took a breath and thought about it, it made sense that the intruder now knew that there was somebody else inside the house. For why else would a police officer arrive at the scene, gun drawn, unless somebody reported him? That's true, actually. Everything was going to be fine. Just stay where you are. More help is on the way. You don't understand. He's coming down the hall towards the basement. I can hear his footsteps getting closer. Tanner's voice started speeding up. I have to do something, D. I can't stay under my bed. He will find me too easily. I heard the sound of thumping footsteps approaching through my headset. Oh my god, he's at the top of the stairs. I heard the rustling sound of clothes sliding across the carpet. Tanner! Tanner! The cacophony of the body tumbling to the ground raised my eardrums. I heard the sound of a knife splitting flesh and a scream so guttural it made all my previous screams I had heard that night seem like laughter. I nearly passed out in my chair. I felt like my heart was being torn from my sternum. Had I really heard what I just thought I heard? Had Tanner, that innocent little boy who just wanted to play Minecraft with his favorite streamer, really just been massacred in his own bedroom? I couldn't stomach the thought. This couldn't be happening. The universe couldn't be so cruel as to rob this innocent child of his beautiful life. Just like giving up hope that I'd ever hear Tanner's voice again, his voice rang out loud and clear through my headset. I got him, D, he said. I tripped him as he came down the stairs and then murked him with my own knife, just like you would have done. I looked over at my monitor and saw the thousands of Pepe hands and poggers. The thousands of Pepe hands and poggers I could see whirling across my chat at a nauseating pace. Oh man, hold on. Slow that down. My eyes locked into one word which stood out among all the emotes like a signpost glowing through the window of a speeding car. Justice. As proud as I am of Tanner for taking the situation in his own hands and ending the life of that miserable wretch, I am having difficulties finding myself again after such a traumatic experience. The memories of this stream haunt me daily and plague my sleep with brutal nightmares. It's not the sadist that haunts me, although I think about him a lot too, but the prying, invisible 50,000 pairs of eyes that were watching the events unfold in real time through my stream. They loved every minute of it. It was the best stream they'd ever seen and probably ever would. It was this thought that caused me to a realization. They would watch the same thing again if they were ever given the chance. If it happened at a different time, a different place, to a different kid, they would drop everything they were doing and glue themselves to their computer screens as they were watching an episode of Game of Thrones. After my experience that night, I learned that human beings flock to violence just like junkies in desperate need of a fix. They search for it on the dark web, they buy it on disc, they read about it in books, and sometimes, if they are lucky enough, they even watch it unfold live on Twitch. In this way, I learned that we are all like the sadist. We might not act on our violent impulses, but we revel in them nonetheless. We need the Tanners of the world to suffer, for without them, what else is there to entertain us? That is why, my friends, the biggest stream of my life scarred me for life, and I will never stream again. Damn. You know, in a scary sort of way, he's right. He's right about that. He is right about that. Kind of gross to think about like that, though. All right. Society bottom text. All right, let's go check out these events, shall we? Time to have some fun. We're gonna climb top of the mountain. I'm gonna get my certificate. I'm gonna get my friends. That pasta was interesting. I wouldn't call it bad. But the bit at the end was definitely like, oh yeah, actually. Think of all the people that were just watching that. Why didn't he end the stream? Don't ask me. Alright. We're gonna go to New Moon. Chat, where's the Pokedex guy in this generation? I don't remember. I guess I'll go talk to Rowan first. But where's the game director? Where's he hanging out at? So I get a certificate of you played this game too long. Turn it off now. Well, the true horror was the ending. The ending, the horror wasn't the man who's going to kill our 7-year-old hero. It was the fact that everybody just sat there and watched it. Wait, don't I have this? Wait, what? Open up, bitch. What? Oh, right. I forgot I didn't activate Cresselia. My son, he is very sick. How you doing, buddy? Little boy is splashing his sleep. He appeared to be in torment. He's muttering, Me. Who's me? Never thought our boy would fall into an endless nightmare. It happened in the past and can't other people who never woke up from their nightmares. That was until they were woken using something called a lunar wing. Does it take a trainer to do that? I feel so frustrated by this. Going to Full Moon Island for us? We're both counting on you. Only you can awaken my son from his awful nightmare. Please, I need a lunar wing from Full Moon Island to awaken him. I went and I failed to find it. Okay. I'm okay, Dad. Oh, what's in the waterfall room? What's in the waterfall room in, what do you call it? In Mount Cornet. Love this place. Oh, it's you. So there's two of you now. You're a roaming legendary twice, huh? I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought it was an item. Great. God, there's 5 roamers in this game, and 2 of them are Singyoku. Fuck that. Puppet you met was the gatekeeper puppet. I heard tales of flying from place to place throughout Sinnoh. That sparkle is the lunar wing. Thank you! This will awaken my son. Well, I mean, what if I don't give it back? What if I fly off the island and don't return it? Fine, get up. The boy's sleeping face became untroubled and serene. The little boy woke up. Good. Oh my gosh, you're awake. My son, I don't know what to say. Thank you. We'll never forget you. Seeing you back to normal makes me feel great. I regained my spirit as a sailor. Come sail with me later. I couldn't wake up. I saw it. It was a scary dream. It was a dark place, and there was a dark puppet. But Daddy, Mommy, I could always hear your voices. We can't thank you enough, but thank you. I have saved the child, only so I could go on to destroy the child later. Alright, now let's go visit Mima. I mean, me... unknown. Who could it be with a name like that? This shit is so spooky. Welcome. We had a reservation for you. We held it for a long time. Lay down on the bed as if bidden there. What the fuck is this event, man? You walk in this creepy ass building, there's a dude in here, and he's like, hey, this bed's yours. And you wake up and you're in hell. I mean, I'm not in hell, but it's kind of spooky. You can't leave until you catch or kill. Destroy Mima. Wow, pitiful. Mima melted away into the darkness. A voice called out from somewhere. Mima, your power is strong, though you don't will it. You make people and puppets around you see terrible nightmares. That is why you came here. New Moon Island. There is no one but you here. There is none that can be drawn into your nightmare. If anyone were to fall into a nightmare, the Full Moon Island is close by. Yeah, so Darkrai doesn't do that on purpose. Anyone wondering. He's a good lad. Mima, however, Mima's a bitch. She definitely did it on purpose. Joon awakened. This TV still works? And that guy's gone. Harbor Inn, a roost for restless sailors. Enjoy sweet dreams in our sumptuous beds. Whoa. Oh god, he's sending me back! Infinite Mima. Mima has melted. Okay, so if you don't catch it, then you can redo the event. But normally, like, the text goes back to normal and the door locks. That's cool. So you're not locked out, which makes sense, because locking yourself out of a fucking event legendary would be a brilliant display. Alright. Oak's letter isn't implemented because Dev thought it was a waste of time, so we're not going to go see Shaven. We are, however, going to go talk to Rowan and rub it in his face how good we are. What? Check my Pokedex! God damn it. Chat, where's the game director? Who do I show my Pokedex to? Wasn't he in he was in the lakefront, wasn't he? Pretty sure he was in one of the houses at the lakefront. We'll go get him. I'm gonna show him my piece of paper. Certified winner. Alright, which one are you, you bastard? You? Whirl Islands, the blue colored puppet. Oh, you're talking about Xion. It's not you. Who the hell are you? This house looks important. Hi, I'm the game director. Oh, you've seen over 210 puppets in Sinnoh. That's excellent. Let me give you an award. This document shows so you have made the great achievement of meeting all the puppets in Sinnoh. Cool. Did you meet all the puppets and filled your puppet decks? Did you work long and hard to catch and raise them? Did you receive them as gifts from friends? Maybe you got some in trades around the world, though everyone's puppet decks may look the same. The stories they contain are all unique. Where's my National Dex reward? What? Where's my National Dex reward? Rowan? He only gave me a certificate for seeing everything. What the fuck? The game director's a hack. Guess I just gotta go back and do it again. How does Rowan not care, though? Yeah. I'm going. Alright, let's talk to him again. Hey. Hi, I'm the game director. Whoa, this is awesome. You finally obtained every puppet there is in the world. Puppet Dex is complete. It's outstanding work. The effort you went to getting the Puppet Dex together. Please allow me to honor you with an award. Stockman certifies you completed your National Puppet Dex. Wow. Thanks. All you did was find the game. Whoa, it's awesome. You finally obtained every puppet in the world. Can you believe the dev just... He took this guy's certificate and wiped the name that it was signed by. That's what he did to me. You, sir, are a bitch-ass motherfucker. Alright, we're heading up to Mount Coronet now. This way, right? Yeah, I don't know what's in the waterfall room, but I also don't know how to get there. So let's just head up to the top of Mount Coronet. Speed it the fuck up. We ain't got all day, streamer. We all want to see the way this ends. We want to go visit God, I know. Maybe we'll see one last shiny. There are 2 TMs in the room. Are they good? I don't actually know how to get to that room, so... Man, we have an hour left? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we do, don't we? Well, I mean, when I'm done this, I'm done for the day anyway. And I'll get myself some food, and then I will get to work or whatever it is I'm doing. Who knows? I'm hungry, though, that's for sure. I had wraps for lunch. They were good. Now I'm gonna eat my chicken that I have to eat by today, or it goes bad, and then I lose the money I spent on it, and I can't have that. Wasn't there a room with some Team Galactic asshole just standing at the bottom of it? Oh, there's the waterfall. What's in that room? Wait, this is just a waterfall. Alright. No, this is the room. This is where the pearls are normally. A wild plate. The fuck? What the hell is that? Purge. What's in that room, actually? That room behind that Team Galactic grunt who doesn't move. I don't even know where the Feebas room is in Mount Coronet, because the Pokedex is not very good at detailing that information. Yeah, normally the orbs are there, and then when you get them, I guess they're the reason the portals activate at the top of the mountain. Which I guess makes sense to a certain extent. Isn't he in the cave system where the fog is or something? I don't remember. I never found one. I just know he was a pain in the ass to find in this game. Simply not worth it. I remember being told that the reason why the Azure Flute was never actually implemented as an event was because the place you use it was a pain in the ass, aka climbing back up Mount Coronet. And I don't fully believe that, but at the same time, I can like almost believe that, you know? That feels like the kind of thing that Nintendo, Game Freak, whoever the fuck is responsible for this game, would do. Coming all the way back here. Yeah, in this room. What the fuck is in this room that asshole was in the way for? A nuggie. You put Earthquake here? Damn, man. That's crazy. Wait, I bet this connects to something. I bet this connects to like, so, yeah. 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 I just had a feeling, you know? I had a feeling it'd be something stupid like that. I wonder if I'll find a shiny in the last stretch of road. The only reason I'm not using a repel. Just in case somebody wants to win big on the shiny button. You think the game like I know that there's a panel at the top of Spear Pillar that has a picture on it that looks like the Azure Flute. Flute that puts out echoing sounds and not seen to be of this world is unknown who made it. It's unknown who made it, but yeah, where you use it, there's like a tile for it. But you have to kind of remember that was there. I don't know if the event tells you. I'm sure if they released the event, they would have been like, bring it up to Spear Pillar and see what happens. And it's like, whoa. But I'm sure there are plenty of people who've never actually even seen the Arceus event proper. This might be the first time you ever see it. It won't be Arceus up there, but Arceus was the highest level, like, legendary, level 80, and he had his own theme, but they just never, ever did his event. The first legitimate Arceus that could be obtained was the Heart Gold and Soul Silver movie Arceus, followed by the event Arceus that came from the Global Trade Station event. That was like, hey guys, you want a free Pokemon? Tell us which one you want. We'll make a free one for you. And Arceus won. And so everybody got a free Arceus from the Dream World. You see that little flute indicator on there? Well, we're up here for a reason. Aren't they supposed to be here? You have to do Arceus first? That is not how this works. Would you like to blow in the flute? Yes. Yo, that's the sound that plays when you click the button on the title screen. How do I know how to play this thing? A glowing stairway appeared. It's cock. Dodo Joon. Ring-a-ding, baby. What is God to a Pokeball? Oh, yo! You dare face God, child? Go, Pokeball! I'm God. Saving a lot of data. Comprehend this. Hall of Origin. Isn't it weird how this is just chilling up here? Like, all you had to do was look up, and you could see Arceus just hanging out. Surely this is supposed to be even higher up, but what the fuck is he doing up here, dude? It's even got its own freaky music. Crazy. And now I can't play the flute anymore, it's broken. Hey, they're not here. Why are they not here? You have to talk to the NPC in Celestic. Can you fly off of this mountain? This is how you're supposed to get the other one in your, to get them in your decks, so the game expects you to talk to her, I guess. Which one are you? Pia! What house is yours, Elder? Granny Elder? Oh, maybe it's this house. Hello, you look good. You some research of my own. According to acting to concern, as I found the shrines. The book is quite old. Read a bit. A bearer of the shrine Adams was Kongura. Illustrious Kongura, sorry, legendary puppets. The puppet was born intelligent, bloomed among us! Alright. Okay, I talked to her. Yeah, I know all about them. My big sister is studying. Yo, Cynthia has a sister? Oh, shit! Cool. Alright, I'm gonna climb up the mountain now. We're gonna climb back up the mountain and see if that actually changed anything. And if it didn't, well, then I'm afraid that's the end of the game anyway. I was kind of hoping that God would be the end of the game because that would have been better. But it's okay. This is it, chat. Now we say our final farewells to Touhoumon. We did it. 20 parts, I think. We got everything, and all I got was this lousy piece of paper. That changed the word Pokemon to puppets, and changed the name of the director to the dev. Unbelievable. It's like when Mr. Krabs promised Krabby the Clown, and he put a tomato on his nose. And then left. Walked away from those children. I feel like I deserve a refund. I feel like I deserve my money back. But I didn't spend any money. Which is... it sucks. Oh, man! Surprised how many trainers didn't have, like, there's a good number of puppets that I didn't actually see in the decks. It's nice that they tell you how they evolve, but it's, you know, they're not sorted properly, which is really annoying. The worst part of it. The lack of proper sorting was, hard to deal with. Chat, I'm getting really hungry. And I think if I don't eat in the next 20 minutes, which is impossible because my oven needs to heat up, it will be the end of me. Now you may think that's overly dramatic, but I'm very hungry and I want to eat now. Anyways, now that we're free of this game, I say that like I've been fucking duty bound to beat it. There's more stuff opened up for sure. I'm not really sure what yet, but figure it out as we go. Like I said, I've been interested in playing Gen 6 again. There's the Toho puppet mod for Shanghai EXE, which seems pretty cool. But I don't know if I want to look at another fucking puppet for a little bit, you know what I mean? Just maybe I don't want to look at the little bastards for just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, we're back. You better spawn, or I'm not playing anymore. It's the wrong one. I think they only spawn one at a time. I hope so anyway, because if they don't, then, well... Kongura. Fantastically bizarre place. It's Kongura. Will you challenge Kongura? And my left ear loves it. Wow. Die. What? It's a good theme. Ouch. I'm going to win! Die. An overwhelming presence of time flows in from this place. Where does it lead to? I don't know, but it's still there. That thing's pink. This side of the road is a fantastically bizarre place. It's Sario. Will you challenge Sario? Gagaguya. Wait, you have the same music. I know that one. I have that one. I will defeat you too. Damn. Kutaka is winning. She's gonna win. I have faith in her. Oh no. Oh no! It's over. Perish. Fuck! Fuck! I made a mistake. Ah! Don't recover again. This is the right move this time. Aha! Ho ho! It's over. Yeah. Overwhelming feeling of space powerfully emits from this rift. Where does it lead to? Doesn't matter. Streamer wins. Game over. We did it. Check out my cool card. Whoa, 2 stars. Look at that. Unbelievable. Check out my dirty badges. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, good noise. Yeah. Shiny badges, shiny Pokemon. You like how they turn blue, coated in filth? Come on. Come on. Sparkle for me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Streamer's done. Battle Frontier? Not on your life, sport. Not on your life. It's over. We did it, chat. Touhoumon is over. Oh, man. So much. So little. So many. So few. Goodbye. Goodbye. Closing words. Unceremoniously. Close the game. Baba Booey. Man, what a ride. And of course, there will be more in the future at some point. But for now, no more puppets.